now joining us to talk about this development and, of course, talk about a lot of things surrounding the para-athletes, especially from Nigeria, is the editor of SportsIntel.ng, Enitan Obadina, joins us this afternoon. Good afternoon to you and welcome to In the Game.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to join you.
All right, interesting development. Another reward awaits podium finishes for our athletes at the Paralympic Games. Yes, of course, it's not out of place for a country, but you begin to, look at and ask yourself as to how, these have become, athletes in the amount of money given to them to enhance, their performance, to tell them thank you for a job well done. What do you make of this development, at this time for our para-athletes?
It's a standard practice for most of our sports federation, sports managers, especially coming from the sports ministry who oversees sports in Nigeria. They tend to do similar stuff like this, wait till the last minute to prepare the athletes through physical, through cash. By cash motivations, which is a problem on the long run. If you look at it holistically, because the preparation for every Olympics takes 4 years, and once you understand that it's 4 years, you will not wait till the last minute and be putting between $15,000 to $5,000 as motivation to get them to win. The preparation alone would have been the standard, and then, of course, the prize money attached to medals would have been just a bonus on it because you've done everything to prepare the athletes. But now here we are. This is more of a face-saving venture for the sports ministry, of course, at the NOC, trying to ginger them to say at least we want something at the Paralympics. It's just that the major Olympics is where we fell short. And one thing they should know, basically, is the Paralympics always deliver. They are certain to deliver some form of medal in powerlifting and, of course, a bit of their athletics. Nigerian para-athletes are very good and, of course, ranked high in the world when it comes to some of these events. So what they're basically trying to do is just to push them further to ensure that they get a form of a medal to cover up for the shortfalls from the main Olympics.
All right, you've made a statement. We've talked about the fact that it's a standard practice. It's something we always should expect, especially at times like this. Now, Canada have a Paralympic performance recognition program which was kick-started by $2 million contribution from the federal government to aid preparations. Also, similar initiatives for Paralympic athletes already exist in other countries, of course, such as France, the United States of America, and Australia. And the program for Canada's Olympians have been in place since 2006. Now, why are things different in this part of the world?
Well, it's our structure. If the foundation is wrong, there's very little thing you can build on it. So when your structure keeps changing, sport ministers every 4 years, or sometimes during a cabinet reshuffle, they might just last 2 years. We do not have that continuity in our structure. The new minister would have to learn, especially when you understand that sports ministers in Nigeria are basically handpicked, not because they are professionals or they are good. They are just given that slot from their states based on federal character, based on the laws of the land of spreading sport ministers around all the 36 states of the Federation of the NCT. So when you consider that the structure is not strong enough, we also lack continuity because we do not have the sport ministers, depending on where the Olympic falls.
All right, editor, can you... All right, I think we're having issues in connecting with Enitan Obadina. I was making points about why we are in this situation, why we cannot have, a program that supports our para-athletes going into the Paralympics. And he was talking about structure, of course, as one of the reasons we've not been able to achieve this. Don't forget, Canada are not just saying we're going to give athletes, monies for getting gold, silver, or bronze. They've also put in place before now, funds to also develop and train these athletes. They say to whom much is given, much is expected. But in this part of the world, it is when you get to the Olympics, give us the medals. We don't know how. We don't want to really put much of considerations into how they qualify. All right, editor is back. Editor, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was talking about our lack of continuity and structure in the way we prepare for major sporting events. and it become a problem. That's why most of the stakeholders are championing for a national sports commission, where a head is appointed, and of course, if anything happens to whoever is heading the national sports commission, there will be a form of continuity with the quality of professionals that will be employed into our national sports commission, not the current civil service structure that they have, where the minister is like the sole administrator of the sports ministry, and once he's not grounded enough in sport, or he's changed suddenly and a new man comes in, it takes a lot to come for him to understand what is on ground, and that's why we like this long-term plan. Also, you have to look at the budget cycle. You wait every year to determine the budget. We need to have a 4-year budget cycle. Like some of these examples you have listed. I also know about Saudi Arabia. They recently appointed Nigerian former Olympic gold medalist in the 4x400 meters, Enoh Obadina, basically to lead their charge to develop their sport industry. Germany is also preparing for early 2028. A lot of them are putting a lot of things together to ensure that they are prepared for the major Olympics.
All right, Enitan Obadina, I mean, of course, while making your thoughts, we're still trying to get some of the points you're making, but of course, we'll see how we can go from here. But nevertheless, I mean, Nigeria, the athletes are going to smile should they get gold, silver, or bronze. They've never disappointed when it comes to the Paralympics. We know, of course, that in the past, for Shade in para-powerlifting have won gold, especially in Tokyo 2020 Olympics, Paralympics, I beg your pardon. And not forgetting Bose Omolayo on your screens. These are the times that Nigeria have, been representing, the flag at the Paralympics from 1992. It's been, all the way. Athletics has 4 gold, 3 silver, 4 bronze, 21 medals. Para-powerlifting, 24 gold, 16 silver, 14 bronze medals, 54 medals in total. Para-table tennis, 2 gold, 0 silver, 3 bronze medals, and total gold medal won so far at the Paralympics. We have 40 gold, 19 silver, 21 bronze medal. A total of 80 medals have been won at the Paralympics. And you'd begin to ask yourself, should we just pump in more money for the para-athletes and, ensure that they have the very best of preparation? Instead of the investment, over 11 billion was spent for the preparations towards the Paris Olympics, and we were not able to get a medal. A single medal was not registered for Team Nigeria. And look at the dividends that have been made from the para-athletes, and yet again they are preparing to hoist the flag of Nigeria in Paris, and there are lots of pressures at the moment, especially from the angle of the sports ministry, and we're getting, that's why, of course, we're getting incentives from them for the athletes, but we hope we can do more and more when it comes to the world of sport. A big shout out to Enitan Obadina for his quality time and, bringing us up to speed concerning the issue. All right, Enitan.
Okay, I'm back. So let me quickly just round up that thoughts on having a 4-year budget cycle and having a National Sports Commission to ensure continuity in our planning. Once we can solve all that, we will not need the fire brigade approach of motivating athletes with thousands of course, the thousands of dollars should be there. But when you prepare them adequately, that will be the last thing on your mind to cover up for the failure at the Olympics, if you compare the two. But one thing is our para-athletes will deliver at this Paralympics as they have always done, but we can do better for them by preparing them. If you look at where they are training, I think years ago, a multinational company actually refurbished the place at the National Stadium in Surrey, and after that, we've not really gotten further maintenance in terms of that facility for them to continue to deliver at the world level. So hopefully, when we come back to the Olympics, we start the practice, and we are hoping that after the Paralympics, the sports industry and the NOC will sit down and start knowing that election is also coming for the sports federations.
All right, thank you very much, Enitan Obadina, for your quality time. We hope to have you back again, and hopefully we'll celebrate our athletes who, hopefully, we hope that they pick medals at the Paralympics. Thank you very much for your time.